Right, issues fixed, and we're back, folks. Thankfully we didn't miss anything. So that being said, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Fraser McKenzie here. Sorry for the delay. We had a myriad of technical issues to deal with, but we've got them sorted now. Welcome to the start of tonight's XRL coverage for the Extreme Racing League. We are at Silverstone, the home of British motorsport, for the British Grand Prix for the X1 coverage. We have got another potentially action-packed race this evening, and joining me in the commentary box, as always, is the boss of the league himself, Mr. Cesar Lopez. I'll just
hello, everyone.
Oh, come on, menus, work with me. Invite to game. There we go. Right.
Thanks.
Got the invite eventually.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much for joining us today, everyone. It's one Racing League.
Yeah.
We're in the Britain Grand Prix. It's the home Grand Prix from most of the league. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of British drivers in the XRL. So we got everyone's starting to ready up now. 19 drivers with us. So it looks like it's just 19 drivers with us this evening. I'm not sure if anybody's serving a ban or not, but we'll get clarification from the head of the F1 department for the XRL, Zola, soon enough. So, Silverstone, iconic circuit. It's had many an amazing moment over the years, and we've even seen some drama in the XRL at this circuit as well.
Yes, it's a very important track of the calendar. One of the I think one of the most iconic.
It's one of the more historic.
Exactly.
Yeah, one of the more historic circuits.
So let's see how season 5 gives us what season 5 gives us about Silverstone.
Indeed, yeah, and we had a significant update to the game earlier in the week where we had the first of the 3 new circuits to the game. Portimao just got added earlier this week. Next month we're going to have Imola, and then in November, in time for the first ever Saudi Grand Prix, we're going to have the Jeddah circuit as well.
How do you like the Portimao? Have you raced in it?
Portimao. I haven't actually given Portimao a test run yet, but I do plan on doing that at some point over the course of this week to help with getting the podium pass challenges completed.
I've heard, I haven't raced in it or practiced in it, but I heard the track limits are something very important.
Yeah, I think the word unforgiving comes to mind.
Exactly.
Right. So, while we're waiting, while we see some drivers coming out onto the track, I'll quickly go through. Oh, interesting. We've got some and we have some percentages now for the wet weather now from Zola. We've got a 22% chance of rain for qualifying and a 12% chance of rain during the race.
Ooh, that's low. That's surprisingly low for Silverstone. Considering the UK does often get a fair chunk of rain. Yeah, but so we'll quickly go through the lineup, and then we'll go through the standings. So we've got Ollie, Sasha, Madgank, Liam, Bullbeast, Ledger, Smooth, Waddington, Asda, Meatball, Frisbee, Nath, Llama, Path, Space, Hurricane, J, Ultimate, and Trap Paulos. Now, Llama, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, is making his X1 debut. Yes, I believe that's his X1 debut. Yes.
Yeah. So as with any debut, you only get one shot to make a first impression.
But the fact that he's making his debut in X1, that's already a fair bit of weight on your shoulders. Zola is saying Starfish is going to be with us. He is just in the middle of he was just restarting his Xbox. He's had technical issues as well, but nevertheless, he's just joined the lobby. He's back in. So let's ride on board with Ledger for a lap around this iconic Silverstone circuit, about 180 miles an hour. And oh, he's gone! He's going into the wall, and he's lost his front wing. Oh, that is really unlucky there. So we've got Bull Beast behind him.
Watch out with the rejoin.
He lifts. But he's lifting a little slightly as he's going through Village and the loop. This is one of the slowest section on the track, I would say, in my opinion, anyway. And now coming up through Aintree onto the Waddington Straight, one of two DRS straights round this track. Zola confirming this is his first X1 race.
It was interesting from here because that might be the setup. The rear wings might not be fitted correctly.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, Zola confirming that this is Llama's first X1 race. He's X2 driver with Asda, and Smooth is reserving this evening, and Wise has moved to being an X1 reserve. So it's unlikely that we'll see Wise battling for the championship despite being top of the standings at the moment, but we'll get to them shortly as Bull Beast comes round the last couple of corners. Vale and Club now onto the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight, first lap of the day with a 1:27.143.
That is now.
We'll get the standing. Go ahead.
That is now called the Lewis Hamilton straight.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really good.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get the standings now. So the standings here are actually a lot easier to read now compared to what they have been previously. No offense to the people making the standings, but it's good they're a bit more readable now. But anyway, here we go. Wise at the top of the standings with 55 points after the drama that we had in Austria last week. Path second with 51 points. Ultimate with 50. Frisbee with 48. Jay with 44. Waddington with 34. Freddie Watts with 33, Starfish with 28, Trap Polos with 23, and Space rounding up the top 10 with 19 points. That's the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship. The Constructors' Championship is Alpine at the top, the current Constructors' Championships under their former name of Renault with 101 points. And then look how tight it is in the midfield for the Constructors' Championship, folks. 67 points for Mercedes, but this is how tight it is for the midfield. Ferrari 54, Williams 54, McLaren 54, Red Bull 53, Alfa Romeo 50, and Haas with 50. Just 4 points separating 6 teams. That's how close it is.
Yeah, that's really, really close.
Right. And then you've got Aston Martin with 24 points and AlphaTauri with 12.
It's going to be interesting with the Mercedes and Alpine.
Yeah, definitely. So Lama going for another lap because he invalidated his first lap. Zola confirming that because Wise has moved to an X1 reserve slot, it's left a full-time X1 seat open, but no one to fill it yet, as there isn't anybody that has done enough races in the Dev League yet, or is clean enough to potentially move up a division. But we'll see what happens. But nevertheless, Lama coming round Luffield and then onto possibly the fastest corner on the circuit, Cops, and that's the problem with that corner there. That's the problem with that corner there. It is so easy to lose the back end at that corner. As I found myself lifting slightly round that corner more often than not.
Yeah.
Here comes Starfish now. He's coming round Cops. Let's see what he does. He lifts slightly.
I was doing a great race yesterday, and I spin it there.
I say there have been a few incidents at Cops previously. Probably the most prominent one from this season in the actual Formula One was, of course, that crash on lap 1 between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, resulting in Verstappen DNFing from the race. Thankfully, he was okay, but ended up, and it resulted in Lewis Hamilton taking the win on that day, and closing the lead considerably.
Yeah, after
Verstappen in the championship.
After a 10-second time penalty, he still got the win.
Yep, I mean, say what you want about Lewis, folks, but you can't deny he has incredible skill to be able to make up that 10-second deficit and still go on to win the race.
Exactly.
So we are about halfway through the first part of qualifying. We'll be losing the slowest 5 cars from this part of qualifying. And Zola, who's also our resident expert strategist, because he's done a fair chunk of testing with this game to decipher the performance levels of each car for the realistic league we have on a Saturday night. And we actually had our first XRL race round Portugal last night as well, around Portimao for the realistic league, which is full qualifying, 100% race distance, 8 p.m. UK time, and you've got another fantastic commentary team for that on a Saturday night as well.
How was the race, Ola? There's no.
Yeah, so we've so he's saying that we're looking probably at a mid-26 for pole position here. Frisbee not too far off that at the moment with a 26.9. He's got the fastest lap at the moment. If you're not better than a 27.5, you might be out of Q1. I mean, that's only a window of about 0.6 of a second, which isn't much, given how close this field are in qualifying. And then medium to softs or soft mediums for the you've got 2 options for strategy, either medium to soft or soft to medium. So anyone's guess regarding that. Liam out of fuel. So let's see what Nath. See what Nath can do. Ultimate's the only one that's retired from this session at the moment, interestingly.
He's feeling safe. 127 to 50. I think he is safe.
Yeah, he should be relatively safe. I mean, it'd be a real shock to the system if I mean, of all the races that we've seen him in, I don't think he's ever failed to make it in to Q3 in all the races that he's done.
Yeah, exactly. He's always at least in Q2.
Yeah.
In Q3, even in Q3, as you say, he has been in Q3 every race, definitely.
I say he's been very consistent with his qualifying performance, and he's been able to carry that over into the race. And Starfish, despite the technical issues, he's really pulled it out of the hat here at the moment with a 126.878. Ledger's Zola saying Ledger's not having fun at the moment, and with that sort of time with a 28.1, I wouldn't blame him. Here is Anthony Waddington, our first ever X1 champion. Nobody can take that away from him. One of a number of British drivers who are in this field this evening. Ultimate being another one of them. You've got Asda as well. So there's 3 right out the gate. Do we know who? Do we know? I think FRT Liam is another British driver as well. I might be wrong on that one. So that might be 4.
It sounds like a British name.
Yeah. Oh, that's unlucky. Waddington's not going to be able to get a lap in this time around. Let's see what Lama can do. His first proper lap of qualifying here in X1.
Let's see what he can pull out of the bag. He comes round to club now. What does he do for the time? It's a 28.2. So he's not the fastest at the moment, but we'll see how that all plays out. We've got Smooth in the Williams, so what he can pull out of the bag. Coming through the Vale section, the Vale chicane, and into club now. What's he going to pull out of the bag? 28.6. So I think safe to say those that are in the 28s are more likely than not to be in danger of being eliminated. Smooth is already in the drop zone, and then you've got Sasha, Liam, Waddington, and Trap Paulos, who have yet to set a lap time.
I think I did a 28.7 yesterday. I will be out. Thank you.
Yeah. I was like, believe it or not, folks, for the new viewers out there, Lopez used to be an X1 driver himself.
And I used to fight for podiums.
Yeah, there you go. But then of course a huge crop of incredibly talented drivers came through, and Asda's not safe. Asda might be in danger as well. He's only got a 27.8 at the moment. Those that are, everybody that's below Jay. Well, as I say that, as Jay comes out for his outlap, everybody below Hurricane might be in danger here. I mean, at 27.5, you might. I think even if you manage to pull off a lap like a 27.5, that might not guarantee you get into Q2. And we've got yellow flags through Maggots and Beckett's, and that was the Aston Martin of Ollie. You sure you want me to do that, Zola? Apparently he's asked me to ask you about your return to racing last night.
Why are you like this? I finished last, but I got the fastest lap out of top 10, so I got a point at least.
So it's a good start. It's a good start to get back into racing.
I was doing really good, to be honest. In my opinion, right? I think I was doing good for my first performance after what is probably 2 or 3 months. And no, I think more than that. Yeah, like for probably 4 or 5 months. And
yeah,
I had fun. It's a track I'm not very good at. But I had fun and I was doing good. I got fast lap, so I just wish I didn't spin in that turn. Cops, I don't remember how it's called.
Cops.
Yeah.
Cops, the right-hander before Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, folks, it is very easy to lose the back end if you don't get the trajectory right through that.
Yeah, and actually
that corner.
And actually, you can go very wide there. You can go very wide. I don't know about the track limits, but you can go really wide.
Yeah, because when I was racing there, around there last night elsewhere, there we go. There's Sasha. He went a bit wide on the exit of Cops there. I found the setup that I had. It felt a bit understeery through Cops, and I found myself more often than not going wide through that corner. I'm amazed I didn't get any track limit warnings for it.
Yeah, the track limits there are different or weird.
Yeah. So how much time is left on the clock? Bulby's retires. He's happy with his time. And Sasha with a 27.235, he's safe. Liam is retired from the session, but that lap time might not be enough. This could very well be Waddington's one and only shot at getting into Q2.
He's always keeping us in the risk. He almost
a little bit twitchy there on the exit of Cops there.
He's always
That
having
might-
us at the edge.
Yeah, that might cost him a tenth or two. Very smooth there through Maggots and Beckett's though, onto the hangar straight. And that's one of the Alpha Tauris that's lost it. Who was it that lost it? It was Ledger. Ledger's lost it through Maggots and Beckett's.
Waddington invalidated. He's out.
And he's so that's it. There we go. Waddington invalidated. He's in the pits, so he'll be starting stone dead last, unless somebody picks up unless somebody in Q2 picks up a grid penalty. So Trap's out. It looks like Asda's out as well, because he's had an off through on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's as well. Here comes Llama. He's in danger right now. He's got a 28-1 at the moment, and he's not really pushing. So that's it. So that's Q1 done and dusted. We've got Trap Polos, Asda, Llama, Smooth, Waddington all out of qualifying. We have some. Yeah. I know you're paying Waddington, and I'll say I go to a track that I really enjoy, and it ends up being, for lack of a better term, not the best performance in the world for me. I've lost count of how many times that's happened throughout my career. I go to a track I enjoy, and it ends up not being a great performance. But hey ho, when life gives you lemons and all that. Ollie manages to improve on his time, a 27.3, which puts him into 9th and guarantees safety. So we've got less than 8 tenths separating Starfish down to Liam for those that got through into Q2. I'll say it's another race where we have those that get through into Q2 separated by less than a second. How close that field is, and with how talented they are at the same time.
Yeah, I love that, man.
I've honestly lost count of how many times I've said that
phrase
over the course of comments. Yeah, but it's true, folks. Because I mean, look at that. Top 3 separated by less than half a tenth. Starfish at the top, Sasha, then Frisbee. Less than 400ths separating the top 3. And there you go. 3/4 of a second separating Starfish and Liam. So this actually gives me a chance to check the British drivers. So we've got Ultimate, Ledger, Liam, Asda, Llama, and Waddington. So we've got ourselves 6 British drivers here. Not sure whereabouts Starfish is from, given his flag is just of the globe. So maybe somebody can clarify that. I think he's another Irish. I think he's another Irishman as well. I might be wrong on that one.
It's going to be an interesting Q2 session. Surprisingly, Pat was only P11 in Q1. I hope he was taking care of his tires or something.
Yeah. Unless, and people have often brought it up with the Mercedes team, unless he was sandbagging.
Yeah.
But we'll wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, now it is strategy time for Q2. We'll wait and see how it plays out. Waddington in the stream chat saying, in reference to Starfish, he's from another planet set in that time in Q1. Oh boy.
That's really good from Starfish so far.
Yeah. Right. I just need to get one small thing sorted out on my end, but hopefully shouldn't take too long. And this will be regarding the
will be regarding our sponsors for the XRL. Let's see, which one do I...
Oh man, the sponsor that's coming.
Yes, I'm just trying to see which one do I go for. And is it available? Yes. You'll do. Boom. Excellent. Right. Sorted for that one. Because in regards to my recommendation of the week from CD Keys, you guys are going to be in. You guys are in for another fantastic treat from me, because this is sort of like to help build the hype for an upcoming release on Xbox. But nevertheless, here comes Starfish through Abbey and Farm into the village, and almost losing it there, managing to keep control somehow, and he's still going for it, so fair play to him. Up towards Brooklands and Luffield now, and this used to be, and he's actually backed out now, so he's got Jay behind him as well now. Let's see what Jay can do.
Another driver that gives us a surprise today is Nat. He's fast and he's been doing it really good so far.
So I'm amazed Jay didn't invalidate through the exit of Cots there. He's through Maggots and Beckett's now. Very twitchy with that car. A bit prone to oversteer through that section of the track.
Kenzie, what's your favorite turn in this track?
My favorite section of the track has to be Maggots and Beckett's, without question.
It's such an iconic section, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for somebody to be brave enough to be able to get an overtake done through that complex is...
I don't want to be there.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd have to be ludicrous to be able to try and overtake through cops as well.
Yeah.
While I'm on the subject.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to be one of the guys there in that battle.
Yeah. So Mad Gank top of the timesheets at the moment on mediums with a 127.3. Who is closest to finishing their lap? Their space has just come in. Sasha's just started here, so let's go with Sasha.
Sasha, the youngest ever X1 winner.
Yeah, at just 15 years old, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think it was less than that. 14 and something. I have it.
Wow.
Let me check real quick. I have it in my conversation with him.
That's the one I need. Right.
13 years, 3 months, and 14 days. That's the younger X1 winner.
That is crazy.
13 years, 3 months, and 14 days. Man, that's not even half my age.
So that is incredible.
Yeah, and I've been fighting for podiums, but I don't have an X1 win under my belt. The only wins I have is an X3, I believe Season 2 France X3 win.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And there we go. Sasha, top of the timesheets at 27.0. And, hang on. Is that happening? Oh my word. Oh, it's happened again. It has happened again.
What?
Yeah. I've just been informed that Starfish, for some reason, has no helmet on. What's he doing without a helmet on?
Oh, yeah. I see. He doesn't have a helmet. That's crazy. I saw that
That's
yesterday.
right. And so Meatball. Oh, hang on a second. Meatball's gone. Meatball's gone. He's out of qualifying. That was Brooklyn's. What on earth happened there? How did he put it in the wall? Because he's facing backwards. How's he managed to put it in the wall? Oh dear. Can we find the F1 team from Williams' team as FIA? Oh
That's
dear.
a penalty for them. Definitely.
Yeah, penalty for them for disregard to the disregard for the safety and well-being of one of their drivers. That's information. Yep. So here we go. Ollie currently fourth with a 127.302. The fastest runner on mediums is a 127.244 from Mad Gank in the Haas. Then you've got Bull Beast with a 127.505 in the Alfa Romeo. Frisbee, his best time is currently on the softs, but it looks like he might be going for a run on mediums. Ultimate, only a 27.7 in only a 27.7 on mediums at the moment, and he's on the verge of elimination, which would be a huge shock to the system. And Zola confirming that Starfish is indeed Irish. So we've got 6 British drivers in the field for the X1
6
this evening.
drivers.
So,
Yep, that's good.
the fans are spoiled for choice, and Ultimate spun it on the Ultimate spun it through cops. How long is it going to be before somebody actually ends up DNFing at that corner?
Oh, that felt like a direct attack. Man, we need to race together next Saturday. You're going to be racing in Def next Saturday?
Rest assured, I am going to be back in action. I've had a couple of weeks off because I had a couple of other things going on behind the scenes. But rest assured, I will be back at the Hungaroring racing next week.
Oh, that's like my worst track ever. There are 22 options, and that's the worst for me.
Yeah. It's an okay track for me.
Sola loves that track.
Yeah, but last thing I want is a repeat of what happened in Hungary last time I raced there, because let's just say I was a bit of a liability to myself and everybody else on the track.
I remember one Dev League race. I think it was not Dev. I don't remember, but you were in it. You were in a Hungarian GP race. That it was all the standings were all weird, and it was raining, and you pitted, you boxed, and then the standings all went wrong, and that
one, yeah, that was that
like
I
that,
believe
right?
was it. That I believe was an X3 race.
X3, yeah.
Back when I was racing in
something,
X3.
right?
It would have been season 3, yes.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, so that was. Zola backing me up on what happened in Hungary last season. So let's just
Let's just say you were a liability.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say I did. There were a couple of overtaking. There were a couple of overtaking moves that I should not have gone for. Because I mean, yes,
yes, I'm one of those drivers that if I see an overtaking opportunity, I'm gonna go for it. But
Exactly.
but now that I've been doing a bit more racing regularly, and now that I've got a lot more racing experience under my belt now, I've actually like toned the aggression back a little bit.
Like more careful,
like,
right, on the overtakes.
Yeah, especially at the start of the race, because that's more often, that's 9 times out of 10 where all the carnage is going to be.
Yeah.
But I say this is something I didn't think I'd be saying. Ultimate is currently P13 and is in danger of being eliminated. Bull Beast has been eliminated.
Have we cursed
Bull Beast has been eliminated.
by talking about
and
his Q3 performances?
And Meatball has been... Oh dear. I really hope I haven't. I say Bull Beast and Meatball, they have been eliminated from the... They've been eliminated from qualifying. That will more likely than not be a strategy choice for them. We've seen it happen with Waddington. If he gets into Q2, he often retires through strategy choice because he wasn't going to be able to improve on his lap time.
Kenzie, have you watched the Schumacher documentary already?
Oh my word! It was inevitable I was going to get asked about this.
Yeah, definitely.
It was inevitable I was going to get asked about this. I will say, like watching the Senna documentary when it first came out 10 years ago, I have a deeper appreciation for Schumacher as not just a driver but as a person away from the track as well. And the general consensus wasn't wrong that the last 10 minutes of that documentary especially, it's a tough watch.
Really?
The last 10 minutes are a tough watch, yeah. And I won't go further beyond that because as I say, it only came out this week, so I'm not going to go into spoiler territory, so you're in safe hands with me, guys. But I may actually do a video regarding it on my personal YouTube channel at some point during this week. And so one other thing I'm going to be getting back up and running this week on my channel is the Kingdom of Isolation, which started in lockdown last year. Each episode of that series going through a different Disney film. This week I finally start doing the Pixar films, starting with Toy Story and A Bug's Life. I'll be recording them at some point over the next week. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Are you going to be doing Toy Story?
Kingdom of Isolation. Yeah, Toy Story was the first Pixar film that was made. So, because as far as putting the videos up on my channel is concerned, I put them up based on in order of when the films were released. I say if anybody's interested in joining me for the episode to cover Cars, because I'm still looking for somebody for that one. Ideally, if I can get a racing fan on board for that one, that would be great. So the offer's there if anybody wants to join me for that episode.
Oh, there you go, guys. I really like that.
Nevertheless, check it.
That Kingdom of Isolation.
Yeah. I'm actually glad that I started the series when I did, because it actually, going through the older Disney films, I actually have a deeper appreciation for those older films now with how they were made.
Yeah. Those are really good.
Yeah, this could be a huge shock to the system. Zola informed me that Ultimate went out in Q2 last week. Are we going to see it 2 weeks running? He needs to go. Oh, he's through. He is safe by a long way. 27-0 P4. He's back into Q3. Ultimate back at the top of his game. Hurricane is out. Bull Beast is out. Meatball is out after his crash. Only Ollie and Space can improve on their times now. Let's see what Ollie can do. He comes around the final corner. What's he going to do? P5, and that's Ledger out. There is nothing in it. There is nothing in it here. Look at that. Starfish down to Mad Gank. Less than half a second separate. Less than 4/10 actually separating them. That is
From
crazy.
top 10.
Here comes Space. Can he make it? Less than 3/10. Less than 3/10 separating the top 10.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Sasha, the fastest driver on the mediums. So Starfish, Sasha, Space, Nath, Ultimate, Ollie, Jay, Path, Frisbee and Liam all safe into Q3. As I'm pretty sure I've heard this one before. I think we need to hand out towels after those quality times. I think that's a case of saying, yeah, those times are ridiculously so. I mean, look at that! I need to take a screenshot of this.
This is history.
Crazy.
This is history.
Less than 3/10 separating the top 10, and you've got Sasha, Nath, and Frisbee all on mediums.
I remember someone asked us earlier this week, is X1 competitive? Here's your answer.
There's your proof right there. There's your proof right there, folks. Mad Gank, Ledger, Hurricane, Bullbeast, and Meatball all out. But they will have free choice of tyre. So we still have 2 British drivers inside the top 10 with Liam and Ultimate. 3/10 in it between the top 10 right now.
Crazy, man. Elfie Starfish for the pole position? What do you think?
Nah, this is too close to call.
Yeah, right.
This is far too close to call.
I don't dare doing that.
Nah, I'm not even gonna try calling who is gonna be on pole here. Let a quarter of a second separating the top 10. That is the closest. That is the closest we have ever seen qualifying in Q3. Well, for those that got through into Q3, that is the closest I have ever seen it in X1. I think safe to say this is probably the most competitive qualifying I have ever seen in the whole of X1. Less than 8/10 separating the top 15 that got into Q2, and then that gets sliced by over half with less than 3/10 separating the top 10. And one other thing we've got to one other thing we need to take into account, folks. Starfish, top of the timesheets without a helmet. I think safe to say we found our F1 Maverick. And yes, that was a reference to Top Gun, folks. Ooh, that is not a healthy gearbox for Starfish. Yeah, that's a valid point. Because he hasn't got the helmet on, he's, in theory, on paper, he's got a... because he hasn't got the helmet on, his car's technically a bit lighter. But nevertheless, here we go. Starfish, first lap of Q3. 12 minutes to decide who is going to be on pole position. And Nothius in the chat saying the efficiency of the undercut. Yeah, he's not on there. And oh, Frisbee's gone. Frisbee's gone through in the farm section. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How on earth has he done that? See, there he is.
He maybe touched the curb more than
touched the curb. Touched the curb, went in at speed, nothing he could do, and that was him gone. So he'll be starting P10 regardless.
And Frisbee is one of the contenders for the winners of this race, to be honest.
Yeah. So he's going to need to pull. He's going to need to pull out a pretty big drive to be able to pull something out of the bag. Ah, I see what you did there, Zola. I say that wall at farm. It's now called L wall.
Oh, what do you mean L wall?
L frisbee.
Oh, that's true.
That's well played, Zola.
El muro.
And, oh, come on. Apparently his throttle and brake switched for some bizarre reason. Flipping Logitech Thrustmasters. And then he lost the force feedback going through the corner. Ah, man, that has got to suck on so many levels. Ultimate with a 27.0, Sasha 26.9. That puts him top of the timesheet at the moment. We have space. It was a Logitech wheel. Space 27.1. That puts him third at the moment. We've got one of the the Aston Martins. 27.2 for Liam. What does Nath have in the bag? 26.5. What a lap time for him. Here comes Ollie. He has got he's got Path not too far behind him. $27.3 for Ollie. Let's see what Path could pull out of the bag. That was just an exploratory lap for him. As with Starfish, what is that background noise?
Oh, I'm sorry. It might be my fan. Let me fix it.
That's fine. And oh, Starfish has just lost his front wing as well. Oh man. Well, that's gonna be.
Is it good, or do you still hear it?
It's not as loud as it was.
Let me change it.
Yeah. As what? Well, regarding Starfish losing his front wing, as one Phil Swift would put it, that's a lot of damage.
That's with pole position so far.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's crazy, man.
I'll say 26.5. That's the fastest time we've seen in qualifying all day so far. Could we see some quicker times from that?
So far, with how the gap was in the Q2, everyone here can get the pole position.
And that's why I'm saying I'm not even going to try to call who's going to get pole here.
Exactly, and what I mean is, you only need to get a very good exit from one of your turns, and you will get pole position.
And yeah, exactly, that's all you'll need. Path, he goes third at the moment. He gets a 27.0, and Zola cracking out more jokes here. Still hear it. You could still hear it. Been racing Ryan Hurricane too much. Oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah, so your top 10 at the moment, it is Nath, Sasha, Path, Ultimate, Space, Liam, Ollie, Jay, Starfish, and Frisbee. Frisbee looking forward to getting his Fanatec wheel. So here we go, 5 minutes to go. One more shot at getting a competitive lap time for pole position.
26.5, come on. This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I will be dead last the next one. There was a time where I was fighting for podiums, and now I will be dead last. Like every week.
So we've got Ultimate's just coming out onto the track now. Of course, this is one of, if not the longest pit lane on the entire calendar, because you're coming in You're coming into the pit lane 37 miles an hour, which is about 60 kilometers an hour. Before you get to the Vale chicane.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the slowest. I think this is the slowest, right? The longest pit stop.
Starfish coming through the Wellington Straight now. See what he can pull out of the bag for his potentially his final run. And Zola's just informed us virtual safety car in X3 because that's the X3 a little bit further ahead than us. They managed to get it started on time.
On lap 1?
Yeah. Virtual safety car, constant jet out at turn 1. That'll definitely be a race to look back on. So yeah, there it is. So I've got the deltas in front of me. You're losing somewhere in the region.
Did
about
you see
27. Oh no, Sasha! Oh no! Sasha, a five place grid penalty for a collision.
He
with
Starfish.
Starfish.
With Starfish, yeah. I think that was a blocking of a hot lap. To be honest.
I was actually focusing on Starfish there. He will not be happy about that one. So Silverstone, you'll be looking somewhere in the region about 27 seconds for a pit stop time round this track.
And if you do a slow pit stop, oh man, that's you're going to be overtaken by a lot of cars.
Yeah, but what really rubs the salt in is if you end up with a 5-second penalty and B, a front wing change on top of that. You're probably looking at easily about 40 seconds just to make a stop. Which would effectively end your race. Starfish currently P5 at 27.057. Sasha in the pits, retiring from the session. I can't really blame him for that one. Nath still fastest at the moment. Path has invalidated his lap. Is he going to have time to do another one? No, he isn't. He's not going to have time, so at best he'll be starting P4. Starfish in the pits, he's retired. He's done all he can. Nath still top of the timesheets at the moment. He's coming down the Wellington Straight now. Is he improving on his lap time? He's 3,000ths up. And Ultimate comes in. He retires for the session. That's it. He's done. So neither Alpine is going to be getting pole position here. Is Path going to make it? Oh, Path just made it. He's got time. Oh, Path just made it.
Just in time. Oh, he lost it.
And it, as I say that.
Not with
Space, meanwhile. Who was that?
Nat. And Nat.
Nate,
yeah.
Purple sector 2. He's 2/10 up. We could be seeing a 26.3 here for him, and that will all but secure pole position for him. Jay coming around the last corner now. What's he going to do? 26.9. He goes fourth. Can Nathan Brooks? 126.
Look at
113.
This is crazy.
That is biblical. Absolutely biblical. Here comes the first Aston Martin. Now here comes Liam. He gets 27.156, so he's not able to improve on his position. What can Ollie do? He is the last driver to be able to settle that time, because Path almost lost it, and that's it. There we go, Path invalidated his lap. So Nath, with a 1:26.1, he has put it on pole for the first time this season. What a lap for him! 0.6 ahead. That is absolutely staggering. And Sasha, with his 5th-place grid penalty, he'll be starting P10.
That's crazy, man.
So, your official top 10 is going to be Nath, Space, Ultimate, J, Path, Starfish, Liam, Ollie, Frisbee, and then Sasha rounding up the top 10. That is a biblical lap time.
6:10. 6:10. That's crazy.
Frad is now out in X3. According to Zola, we're down to 18 drivers in X3. I definitely need to watch that. That race back. Well, looks like I've got this evening's entertainment sorted. But now, as we get ready to, and as we get ready for the start of the race itself, 26 laps round this fantastic circuit, we're gonna quickly go over to our sponsors. Of course, we've got ANSI 3D who help with like 3D printed tracks and helping with your steering wheels for
I actually own the steering wheel, the ANSI 3D steering wheel. It's really good.
There
you
go, folks.
I highly recommend it. If you have a Logitech wheel, I highly recommend it.
Yeah. And then you've also got Clutch Control, who...
No, Clutch Control is not longer with us.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's just... ANSI 3D, One Tap, who help with liveries for... iRacing and Assetto Corsa on PC. They actually helped provide... the iRacing esports team with an ANSI 3D livery. So big thanks to One Tap for that. And now on to CD keys. And Sasha has just informed me that if you're wanting Battlefield 5 on PC, folks, that's one of the daily deals, actually. I'm just about to get into that. We've got the Legendary Edition of Destiny 2.
I believe Sasha bought it. I'm not sure if he did.
Yeah. It's a 52% off right now. And that includes the 3 expansions, Shadowkeep, Forsaken, and Beyond Light. So that's all 3 expansions included with the Destiny 2 package. Battlefield 5, a massive 98% off right now. Sasha says you can get it for around 80 US cents right now, which is about, which on here in UK money, 59 pence. You can get it on PC right now. There's the Ultimate Edition of FIFA 22 on PC, the new FIFA game coming out. $63.99. I was like, only 8% off, but hey, it's a new release. But hey, FIFA 22, part of today's daily deals. Green Hell, 79% off for $3.99. So I don't know how that game plays because it's not one that's really been on my radar that much. But the top daily deal for today is Dying Light, the following enhanced edition, 87% off at £4.49, which will probably be somewhere in the region of about $5-6 in US money, which isn't too bad.
No, that's good.
But of course, time to get into my recommendation of the week. And this one is for the Forza Horizon fans out there like myself. I love the Forza Horizon games. This one is to help generate hype for Forza Horizon 5 coming out in just a couple of months' time. I am recommending to you guys this week the Ultimate Edition of Forza Horizon 4. 50% off. The race is about to get underway. And it includes a lot in there as well. You get the car pass, the best of Bond car pack, all the cars that were part of the Bond franchise, the Formula Drift car pack as well, a VIP membership, and the 2 expansions as well, Fortune Island and Lego Speed Champions. That is currently 50% off right now on CD Keys, the Ultimate Edition of Forza Horizon 4. My recommendation of the week. So here we go, folks. This is it. 5 lights. You guys know what time that means. It is lights out and it's race time here at Silverstone, and Matt Gankel ready with a drive-through penalty for a jump start. That is the last thing he needed. Everyone off to a very clean start, and there goes, I think, one of the Red Bulls. No, it's one of the wins. Starfish, oh no! He had such a good qualifying as well, and he is now stone dead last. That is a nightmare stop there, and Meatball's gone! Meatball has gone! What on earth happened there? There it is! There it is, first one of the day. First one of the day. What on earth happened to Meatball? That is staggering. Well, see, that was on the entry into the loop corner on the exit of Village. No idea what happened there, but all I saw there was no front wing on the car whatsoever, and that was about it. That is huge.
Yes, that is a huge. Being out in turn 1 it's always hurting, you know.
Yeah. And there's your predicted pit stop strategies there. 15 to 19 laps on the softs, on the mediums to go onto softs. And so and you're probably looking at about 9-10 laps to do the softs to mediums. Frisbee managed to gain a couple of places. Mad Gank, Hurricane. Oh, there's a few drivers coming. There's a few drivers in the pits. Mad Gank, Hurricane, Trap Paulos, and Llama on his debut as well. That is not what he would have wanted. They must have been caught up in that first lap carnage. That is a real shame. Hard tyres, Hurricane in. I don't know if the Haas drivers ended up having to double stack or not, but they're both in. That is a real shame there. But Frisbee, meanwhile, what a recovery he's got in the bag right now. He's currently up into P5 after starting P9. Sasha dropping a position off the start.
Hard tire runners are probably going to the end with these.
The hard tires will be good. Yeah, the hard tyres are going to be going to the end. Zola did bring that up earlier. If you end up having to pit lap 1, the hards will easily go to the end. Because it's a harder tyre compound that Pirelli went for this year at Silverstone compared to the compounds they had last year. Frisbee, he is storming his way through the field. He just got past Space round Stowe, and he's now P4. He's a man on a mission here. He wants to be fighting with Nath at the front. Yeah. He was saying earlier that whereabouts would have been so fun for me and Nath. Yeah, you might not have to wait too long for that to happen, Frisbee. Now we're on to lap 3. DRS is now enabled. So ultimate for the time being will have the pace advantage. He is on soft tyres, as is Path behind him compared to Nath, who is on the mediums. Waddington, he managed to avoid the first lap carnage. He's now up into P11. He's just got ahead of Sasha, and this is this is one of the reasons why I love this track so much, because just action up and down the field. There's a DRS enabled now. Let's go on board with Ultimate. Let's see what he can do from this.
He's in DRS range now.
From this position, DRS there. He's using a bit of ERS. He's not going to be close enough to make a move on Nath at the moment. Nath a little bit twitchy at the back there, but I don't think Ultimate's going to be close enough to make a move. Ultimate just biding his time, but Nath's got a better exit there, and he's starting to pull away again. And Frisbee, fastest lap of the race so far, 1:29.439. That's the fastest lap of the race so far. He is within DRS range of Path now. And Sasha having to come in as well. Sasha's had to come in. Does he have front wing damage? I think he does. Yes, he does. It's another set of mediums for him, though. We'll see how that plays out. Frisbee might need to start saving some of that ERS. And that is one of the Williams. I think it's Starfish again. It is Starfish again. Same corner we had the first lap carnage. I think he's got a bit of damage on one of his end plates. We need to get a better shot. Yeah, I think he's got a small bit of damage on his left end plate. Not what he would have wanted. But look at this. You've got yourself a DRS train here. Space, Liam, Jay, Ollie, and Bullbeast and Ledger all battling for that 5th place. They're all within DRS range of each other. This is going to benefit everybody in this train. And Frisbee's saying that running no ABS is actually faster. That's interesting. You just got to be careful not to lock your tyres up too much, otherwise you might be in trouble. As far as your tyre wear is concerned.
Almost everyone has DRS.
Yeah, but a little further up, here comes Frisbee. He's right on the back of Path now. This could be the opportunity he's been waiting for. Path trying to break the slipstream, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much about it. Frisbee trying to go the outside of Brooklyn. That's very brave. He's going to have the inside. Heading into Luffield. Path trying to stay side by side with him. This is really close wheel-to-wheel stuff here. They're still side by side, heading up to Woodcote. Here comes Cops. Cue the Hamilton Verstappen flashbacks. Not today, says Frisbee. He's into P3. Says thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that.
What an overtake, man! What an overtake!
That was amazing wheel-to-wheel stuff there from Frisbee and Path. But now Path's going to have the DRS. He has so much more ERS compared to Frisbee. Frisbee's only on 8%. Here he comes. He's going to take P3 back through Stowe, outside of Stowe. Absolutely fantastic there from Path. Back into P3. A little further ahead though. Ultimate is right on the back of Nath. This is for the race lead. Path and Frisbee, meanwhile, they're still battling over that 3rd place. Frisbee biding his time here. And there we go. I think Ultimate's got it here. I think Ultimate has him. Yes, he has. Ultimate's into the lead now. And crucially, he also has DRS now. Now he can start pulling away.
Great overtake there from Ultimate, getting the DRS.
Frisbee again trying to overtake through Brooklands. Not able to make anything of it because, again, Ultimate and Path have the pace advantage right now because they... Oh no, this is not gonna end well! Run the outside of Cops! Are you kidding me? Outside of Cops and they're still side by side! Dominguez and Beckett and Path Spirit! There was contact between Frisbee and Path plummeted down the order! That is huge! Is that going to go down as a racing incident or not? We'll need to wait and see. But for now, Frisbee has one less Alpine to worry about. Outside of Copse and then into Maggots and Beckett. They got a bit too close for comfort, and that was it. I don't think Path sustained any damage. No, mercifully, he didn't sustain any damage. He's a very lucky boy regarding that one. And we've just, as I say, Zola keeping us up to date with the X3 race. He's keeping up to date with it as well. Lama's gone through Maggots and Beckett. Oh, that is a real shame. That is not what he wanted on his debut. Apparently, as I said, we're down to 15 cars now in X3. I definitely need to watch this race back.
Well, X3 is really interesting. I haven't seen X2 to be honest a lot of times, but the amount of drama that X3 has.
Yeah. Little further back. Meanwhile, Asda's just dropped a couple of positions. Waddington and Bull Beast. Oh God! Asda and Bull Beast colliding, and I think Bull Beast was left worse off after that. Oh dear, oh dear. That was through Maggots and Beckett again. No damage for Bull Beast. How has that happened? Because the damage is on Asda's car. Jay now in the pits. What's he doing? Way too early to be coming in for a new set of tyres, unless he has damage. Yeah, Asda coming in. He has to change his front wing. Nothing he can do about that. Nath, meanwhile, he's back into the lead of the race. Path on a recovery drive. He's up into P9. That's interesting. The soft tyre's not lasting as long as people were anticipating. There's all saying the mediums will easily go 18 laps.
I think this is early, huh?
Yeah, that's fairly early for the soft runners. Well, still, there's a lot of drama up and down the field, folks. So we've still got a small DRS train here. Space, Liam, and Ollie and Ledger all battling over that 4th place. There we go. Liam has got DRS on Space. Can he make the move round Stowe? Not quite on this occasion. Medium's going 8 to 11 laps according to Zola. And as I say, that Space does come in. So Liam's got a bit of clear air, but he's got his teammate as a wingman to try and defend from Ledger. But Ledger is right on the back of Ollie for 5th place. Not going to try anything round Abbey and Farm. He might have a crack if he's close enough through the Wellington Straight. Ollie's still trying to keep him behind. But Legend now has DRS. But Ollie's got DRS as well on his teammates here. And Ollie had a bit more ERS at his disposal. The undercut being massive round here. I mean, that could be a strong strategy call there for those that have just come in on the mediums. And there we go. Oh, yellow flag sector 1. That is one of the Ferraris at Space. Space has had it off. No damage at the moment. So we're just over a quarter of the way through the race now. We're about a third of the way through, actually. Nath in the lead, and Ultimate, there's his first time penalty of the day. First on-track penalty of the day. I think Lama picked up a track penalty earlier, but he's out of the race now. Liam in as well, and that puts Frisbee into P2. Can he close that gap to Nath? This is going to be interesting. So it didn't look like Liam had any damage. But, Ultimate and Path. There was enough space between the Alpines to be able to have them stop on the same lap. This is now the point where the medium tyres are the de facto fastest tyre on the track. And there's yellow flag sector 1, that's one of the Red Bulls, that's Jay, he's gone. Smooth and Bull Beast, they're battling over 6th place. Bull Beast currently ahead, heading through Woodco now. Very slow through Zola saying that Liam was very slow through Beckett's. So he must have had some damage. Liam down in P11 at the moment. And Ledger manages to get past Ollie outside of Stowe. That is very brave. And Nath, fastest lap of the race so far.
Bro, these
129.083. Yeah.
Ledger P3. He was out in Q1, man.
But of course, bearing in mind a lot of the everyone from first down to 8th have yet to stop. Ledger and Ollie still battling over that last podium position for the time being. We've had another DNF in X3. And oh, bit of contact there between Ledger and Ollie. Hopefully no damage on either car. Ledger having to lift through cops, and I don't blame him. Here we go, maggoted Beckett's. This is where we had drama earlier. Ollie a much better exit. Ledger trying to keep up, but he's got no ERS, but neither does Ollie. And Zola keeping us up to date with the X3 race. Fiend P1, Chubby P2, Boothie in P3. And then we got Ollie into the pits, being able to stretch those softs as much as he could. 11 laps on those softs. Massive props to him. And that's not including the time that the laps he did in qualifying. So he would have had like 2 or 3 laps under his belt regarding that one. And space with a time penalty. Frisbee's got one as well. This is the point where the here we go. Mad Gang time penalty as well now. Here he goes. Oh, that's brave from Molly. Battling with his teammate for that last points paying position in 10th. A little further back, you've got Sasha right on the back of Path. Both doing well to manage the ERS as they go through cops. As we hit half distance in the race, Nath leading, Frisbee second, Ledger third, Waddington fourth, and Sasha picks up a time penalty.
Ooh, that's not going to be good for Sasha. That might cost him a podium or something.
It might very well do. Ollie, meanwhile, he gets himself ahead of his teammate into that last point paying position. Starfish still out on those soft tyres. So, I say check position changes, yeah. Starfish bearing in mind, folks, Starfish did start the race on those soft tyres. He's only lost a position off the start.
Yeah.
And Waddington, meanwhile, he couldn't set a lap time in Q1, but he's now into P4. But bearing in mind, he's yet to make a stop. Oh, and X3 on their third safety car right now. This is that sounds like a chaotic race because of the amount of DNFs that they've had. Okay, there we go. There's your position changes there. Waddington up 16 places, Smooth up 13. Let's see what Waddington can do. Can he yet pass Ledger? So this will be the point. You're going to be like right on the crossover for that pit window for mediums to softs. Here you go. Ledger has less ERS than Waddington, but here he comes. Shoots round inside of Brooklands. But now you've got Ledger's going to have the inside line heading round Luffield. Almost banging wheels there, but Waddington and Ledger still battling over P3. Ledger is going to have the inside line heading through Cobbs. Who's going to lift? And it's Waddington, but I think he's going to get him on the switch back here. I think he has. Through Maggots Beckett! And Ledger's still ahead! Oh my word! This is brilliant! But here he goes. Got the DRS once again, and there's nothing Ledger can do about it. Anthony Waddington started P20, is now P3, and I don't think he's finished yet.
It's crazy. This guy is always surprising us. Hey, it shouldn't be a surprise now. we should all know that.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, he's the first ever X1 champion we had.
Yeah.
Ultimate, meanwhile, has got himself ahead of Smooth into P7. Got 11 laps to go after this. And Starfish dropping a couple of positions. It has not been his day at all. It has not been his day at all. There we go, Nath, race leader into the pits, and that puts Frisbee into the lead for the time being.
Ooh, Ledger.
Ledger, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's going to put Waddington. That's going to put Waddington in prime position. So contact between Ultimate and Starfish, apparently. And Starfish, after 15 laps on those softs, you got to think he might be at a huge advantage with his mediums compared to everybody else around him. No front wing damage. No front wing damage there for Starfish.
A frisbee.
Oh,
This is going to be it. Yeah,
This could be crucial here.
definitely crucial.
And here comes Waddington. He's going to be coming in now. Bull Beast with a time penalty for track limits. This is anyone's guess what's going to happen now, because your top three at the moment is Nath, Frisbee, Waddington. But as I say that, Ultimate's coming around the last corner now. There he goes. There go the Aston Martins. Waddington only down to P8. Well played from him. Very well played. With him being on the softs, he'll be at least half a second a lap quicker. We've still got the two Aston Martins battling with each other for fourth place. There's hardly anything separating these Aston Martin drivers at the moment. See what the actually, I would say let's look at the penalty situation, but I've decided against that. Waddington now into P7, chasing path down. Two X1 champions about to go wheel to wheel here. Oh, this is going to be good. So path is on mediums, but Waddington on very, very fresh sauce. Frisbee with another time penalty.
Lap 19 of 36 so far, so we're pretty much close to the end.
Yeah, into the final third of the race. 7 to go after this. Waddington getting closer all the time to path. And I think once Waddington goes for that overtake, there's not much that path will be able to do. Here we go. Getting closer all the time now. They both have similar levels of ERS. Waddington having to lift a little bit, but I think Path did the same, but lifted a little less. Through Maggoty Beckett's. DRS up, DRS deployed. And starting to close that gap again.
Not going to be close enough to make an overtake as of yet. Bull Beast, meanwhile, getting himself ahead of Ledger into P8. Lap 20 of 26. Frisbee with a 6.3 second lead over Frisbee, who is 10.8 ahead of Ultimate. But you've got Ollie and Liam behind him, who don't have any penalties, crucially. Path doesn't have any penalties yet, for that matter, as well. But he's got Waddington breathing down his neck.
And Frisbee got 11 seconds. That's a lot.
Ooh. And of course, Ultimate has penalties as well. So that'll negate some of Frisbee's penalties, depending on how many Ultimate's got.
Ultimate got 3 seconds. The Trivers, he has 8 seconds.
If Ultimate can get within an 8-second window of Frisbee, he might be able to jump him on penalty countback. But the fact that he's got Ollie and Liam behind him, there's no guarantee that will happen. Ultimate might realistically lose his podium here. He might even drop behind his teammate on penalty countback. Ledger picks up a penalty. Waddington still can't work out how to get past Ollie, and Liam's still battling over that 4th place. How long's it? Oh, and Liam gets ahead again. They're trading positions here. It's only going to be a matter of time before one of them takes the other out. Waddington a lot closer to Path this time compared to previous laps. Path trying to break the slipstream, but I don't think there's much he can do about it. Waddington going for Brooklands. He tries to break a little later, but Path stays ahead for the time being. Can he get him on the switchback through Luffield? Not quite on this occasion. Jay with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he's actually retired from the race. Now, why has he done that? Why has Jay retired from the race? Regardless, that's both... Yeah, retired in the pits. That's both Red Bulls out of the race now. No points for Red Bull. And Ollie and Liam have penalties now. This could play into the hands of Path and Waddington.
Ooh, that's true.
How crucial is that going to be for the race results?
Imagine a late safety car.
That would just change everything. Okay, we're on lap 21. I don't think we'll be seeing a full safety car at this late stage in the race. Listen, but here's the thing. With the fact that the Aston Martins have been battling with each other, that has allowed Path and Waddington to catch up to them.
I just love these X1 battles, man.
Yeah. As much as I want to focus on somebody else right now, this is where the action's at. You've got the Aston Martins battling with each other, and you've got Waddington and Path battling with each other as well. This is now going to be a 4-way scrap for what could potentially be podium-paying positions. Waddington going to try the inside of Luffield heading into Woodcote, but Path still stays ahead, crucially. X3's on their final lap. This is absolutely incredible to see. Path a little twitchy there. Path, credit where it's due, doing incredibly well to keep within touching, to keep Waddington behind him. There we go. Fourth, 5th, 6th, and 7th. They're all effectively within DRS range of each other. Path had a wider exit there compared to Waddington. Surely this is the time for Waddington to strike. Path has got DRS now. Path has DRS on the Aston Martins ahead of him. So that's going to allow him to keep Waddington behind for the time being. 4 to go here. Frisbee's gap to Ultimate is just growing by the second. Ultimate not able to take advantage. So he could very well be losing his podium today.
The drivers at the top getting penalties, that's what gets them.
There we go. Here comes Waddington into Stone now. Here he goes. Sasha with a time penalty. He's going to try into Vale. Thinks better of it. Well played from Waddington there. He thought wise. He thought wiser. Starfish with a time penalty. Oh, this is going to be a great battle towards the end of the race now. And that is one of the Williams that has gone, and it is Starfish again. The worst possible race Starfish could have had. He started in Q3 inside the top 10.
And the amount of Waddington going for the overtake.
Oh, he's got, they're still side by side. They're still side by side. How is Path keeping Waddington behind him?
He's suffering.
Thankfully, we haven't seen a repeat of Verstappen and Hamilton yet.
Thank God.
Oh, this is absolutely incredible to see. Yellow flag sector 2, and as I say that, someone's gone at Cops, and that's Ledger. Ledger has spun it, and he will more likely than not be finishing out of the points. It's a real shame for him. Ollie and Liam still battling over 4th place. On to the penultimate lap now. And that has allowed Path and Waddington to close right up to the Aston Martins. We have a 4-car DRS train for what could very well be a podium paying position, and that'll be Starfish again. He's had another spin, this time heading on to the Wellington straight, and Liam might have had an incident there. I think Liam's had it off. That is the opportunity that Path needs. Here he goes. Is he going to lose 2 positions? Yes, it. Oh, careful! And Liam spins it. Liam spins it. That's it. That's Liam out of the equation. That is Liam out of the equation now. It's Ollie, Path, and Waddington. And that's that'll be Starfish gone again. It has not been Starfish's day at all.
He was doing really good in qualifying.
Yeah. So he'll be really frustrated regarding that. I'm now very intrigued as to how this is gonna finish now. Path crucially getting himself somewhat out of DRS range from Waddington. But here we are, the last lap, 26 of 26. That's one of the Alpha Tauris. That is Ledger. He's got no front wing whatsoever. And there we go, and that's it. That's the final nail in the coffin. Starfish is now out of the race, in between Abbey and Farm. It's a real shame. That is definitely going to be a race to forget for him, without a doubt.
Definitely.
So we're going to need to go to the front shortly, because Nath is about to cross the line. He'll take the checkered flag, but will he take the race win? Sasha, meanwhile, fastest lap of the race. He'll get the bonus point for the fastest lap outside the top 10. So he'll be happy with that. But here comes Nath. Round the final corner, he takes the checkered flag on the road, but is he going to keep that race win? Here comes Frisbee. What's the penalty situation? It's not enough. Nath takes the win. He wins the British Grand Prix. Frisbee looks like he's going to be keeping P2 for the time being. Here comes Ultimate.
So far, he keeps it. Ooh.
That's it. Ultimate's off the podium. And 7/10. That's all. That's all that separated Ultimate and Waddington on penalty count back. Ultimate P4, Waddington P5. What a recovery drive for him. Ollie P6, Bull B7, Hurricane 8, Space 9, and Liam rounding up the top 10. And you've got Trap Polos, Mad Gank. And then you've got Smooth, Asda, and Sasha yet to cross the line as well. There goes Smooth. There goes Asda. That's a real shame for Sasha. And Mad Gank, a 20-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags, apparently. Interesting. That being said, though, Frisbee, he's happy with that. P9 to P2. But then you've got Waddington, who didn't even set a lap time in qualifying at all. Started last, finishing P5, and is now. I think for that alone, he gets driver of the day for me. Although Frisbee is a very close second for that one.
And we have Insane Leader with us right now.
There we go. Waddington. There we go. Waddington gets driver of the day from Codemasters as well. So Insane Leader with us right now. He's no doubt going to give us a rundown on what on earth happened in X3. Zolly, wait, insane, hold up. Apparently nobody can hear you, so we need to get your audio included. Right, so, from the top, what on earth happened in X3?
Well, without any major spoilers, let's just say that it made my day significantly better with the way that the race turned out. In the end, the championship battle, which was put in chaos after last week's race at Austria, where 2 of the 3 tile contenders crashed out, has now been turned on its head. One of your top 3 championship contenders came out of 2 extra pit stops and a 5-second extra penalty to come back for a victory, while the 2 other drivers weren't even able to get on the podium or score significant points whatsoever. And it was a race of chaos and atrophy. Only 13 out of the 19 starters were able to finish at Silverstone, primarily in single car incidents. Qualifying was similarly a mess, with numerous spins and invalid laps throughout all the sessions. I don't know about X1. X1's normally pretty exciting, but if you want some Beasts of Chaos stuff, you should have checked out the X3 race that happened.
Well, let's just put this into perspective, Insane Leader. There was a fair amount of action up and down the field throughout X1 this evening. It was action-packed all the way.
Well, sadly, I didn't get to watch that because I was watching another event. However, one thing I'm a little bit surprised at is the fact that apparently the X3 race ended significantly earlier than X1. That normally doesn't happen, so... And we had a lot of yellows at that.
Yeah. There was a myriad of technical issues on our end.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and take a back seat while you guys go ahead and wrap up the broadcast here, then.
Yeah. So, wow. What an action-packed race we had here, folks. So, thanks very much to everybody that tuned in to watch us. I mean, we've got Hungary next week, so we'll see how that one plays out. Caesar, thanks very much for joining me as always this week. Looking forward to being back on track with you next week at Hungary for the Dev League race on the Saturday night. Is he there?
I don't know.
I'll start wrapping things up here, guys. But anyway, thanks very much to everybody that's that tuned in for what was, without a doubt, a very action-packed race here in X1. In just over an hour's time, we're going to be having the X2 race at Silverstone as well. We've got another top commentary team for that one, so you'll definitely want to tune in for that one if the X1 and the X3 races were anything to go by. But until then, we're going to wrap up tonight's X1 coverage. Next week we are at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix. But until then, we'll see you guys next time. Good night, and thanks for watching.